Like anyone else, I'm sure there are times you'd like to control your boss. That way you could ensure you'd get what you want. At the very least, never be considered for a layoff. Well, good news. There are things you can do to build a relationship with your manager that will give you some power. Here are 10 tips to help you. But before we teach you that control, please support us by clicking on the subscribe and the bell, and don't miss out on our new videos. Number 1. Make your boss's professional goals your personal agenda. A happy boss is one whose staff understands and supports what they're trying to accomplish. Every manager has a particular goal they want to achieve and be able to showcase as a professional accomplishment. Learn what your manager is trying to make happen and then do what you can to assess them. Number 2. Compliment your boss on his or her greatest strengths. Managers like praise too. Show them respect by pointing out what they are good at. Compliment them on how knowledgeable they are or how well they communicate with clients. When you praise them for specific skills and actions, you are actually showing them that you understand what it takes to be successful in their role. That recognition will not be forgotten. Number 3. Go the extra inch, not mile, on every request. When your manager gives you a project or a task, don't just complete it on time and to specification. Take it just a bit further by getting it done early or add some finishing touches. This shows that you want to please your manager, but you are mindful of not wasting your time going overboard. Number 4. Enthusiastic volunteer for the crappy projects. Nothing says I'm a team player more than volunteering to do some aspects of the job that is no fun. Managers love people who are willing to take a headache off their plate, and they never forget the employee who saved them from having to force someone to do a job that wasn't fun. Number 5. Be your boss's vacation salvation. Managers often call in multiple times and end up working while on vacation. As soon as your boss announces he or she is taking time off, set a meeting and tell them you would love to cover for them. Offer to be the point person in the office for a daily call. Also offer to send an update email at the end of every day so they can check at their leisure. When the manager calls in, reassure him or her that everything's going just fine and you have everything under control. Knowing there is someone there watching over things would make their vacation enjoyable and their appreciation for you as their employee skyrockets. Number 6. Never point out a problem without a solution to go with it. Problems always arise that your manager needs to know about. Don't be the bearer of bad news without bringing some good news. Always present the problem and then suggest 3 options for solving it, even if you don't have the right solution. The fact that you came prepared with ideas shows how much you want to help your boss solve it quickly and effectively. Plus, if one of your ideas is the right idea, you'll earn respect from your boss as someone who knows how to take charge and fix things. That's the kind of person a manager likes to keep on their team. Number 7. Understand your role is to either save or make money. Given the current economy, there isn't a manager out there who hasn't had to consider who would they let go if they were required to make cuts. When they evaluate staff, it is always based on who provides the most value. If you can more than justify your salary with the work you do, you are at risk. Make sure your boss clearly sees the correlation between your work and profitability for your department. Number 8. Avoid surprising your boss at all costs. Unexpected needs for time off, sudden problems you can't handle, and out-of-the-blue requests for tools and resources are a real turn-off to managers. Like you, they hate surprises. Do whatever you can to avoid catching your boss off guard. They will appreciate your consistency. Plus, on the rare occasion you do surprise them, they will remember it is the exception, not the rule. Number 9. Remember, your boss is a human being. Like you, managers have bad days, problems with family, and financial woes. Just because they are the manager, make more money than you, although sometimes they don't, or have some power, isn't a reason to forget they have feelings. Be sensitive to your boss when he or she is having an off day, and don't be afraid to close the door and say, "I sense you're stressed today. Is there anything I can do?" While they probably will brush it off and say, "I'm fine," they will not forget you cared enough to ask. Employees who care about their manager are employees a manager wants to keep around long term. Number 10. Always make your boss feel like the boss. Your manager has the lead role. It comes with added responsibility and pressure that you do not have. Be mindful of how hard your boss's job must be and make sure you articulate your respect for the job he or she has agreed to take on. While you may not like everything your boss does, and perhaps even you think you could do better at his job, show your respect for the fact that he or she is the one doing the job. Even if your boss is the type that says he or she sees you as equals and wants you to feel like you have as much say as they do, the simple reality is that his or her reputation at stake if something goes wrong. So be sure to say or do something on a regular basis that proves to your boss you appreciate his or her willingness to include you, but that you still know he or she who is in charge.